Hello, everyone. Today we will talk about holding trust. I got inspiration about this topic once again from one of the business meetings I attended this week. So, this was actually a part of one of our coaching sessions where the instructor was talking about the importance of building trust with a coachee. And the way that the framework was talking about trust made me really question how we are approaching trust in general. Maybe because this was a business setting, I felt like we were once again approaching it from a very much mental perspective, starting from a level of almost like zero and building it up with some certain criteria, with even a standard calculation of a particular formula. And that was actually most of our discussion, as if this is something that we have to work towards with some certain functions and multiplications so that we can earn that trust. There's some truth in this. Yes, not everything is aligned with who they really are or what they really are. So there might be definitely a discrepancy between what someone claims to be versus who they really are. But again, if we really reflect about the way to handle this discrepancy, is it better to start from a point of zero, which means I don't trust you at all? You need to build my trust. You need to earn my trust via X, Y, and Z. Or is it better to really hold the space for trust to happen? Is it really possible and feasible if we are really powerful enough to hold the trust even from the beginning angle? When you meet someone, is it possible to start from a point of hundreds and scale it down over time instead of really starting from zero and building up? And you might say, like, what's the difference? At one point, they're all going to merge, right? Like building trust or holding trust. But I think here's the difference. In the world that we operate in, we don't really talk about energy too much. We don't really talk about our perceptions too much. But most of the reality that we operate in is actually shaped by our perceptions and our energy that we bring into the discussion. Whether we are conscious about it or not conscious about it, that's a different discussion. But if we really start any kind of conversation or engagement with the energy of distrust, like, I don't trust you at all, you need to prove yourself to me, then our perception might not really hold enough space for other person to comfortably be themselves. And instead of really coming from a point of love and acceptance, we might be hindering the process and maybe not really allowing the other side to be truly themselves. That's really like a self-fulfilling prophecy, like making our assumptions in truth in life. And another angle to bring in the discussion is really if we can hold the trust, that can also give the other person another opportunity to improve their trustability as well. Indeed, I think that's the magic behind most of the Eastern mystical traditions where you work with a guru or a teacher. And the whole purpose for the teacher is really when you are not connected to your inner love, inner self, when you are still in your own journey, in the early stages of your own journey, that teacher, that guru, holds the space for you. And regardless of your behaviors, your actions, they can really focus on the inner you, the light in you, the love in you. And through that loving space, you can heal and you can change and you can turn out to be a loving person. You can try to be a more trustable person overall. So, although this is a different angle, I think the essence is still the same. Can we hold the space from a place of love? Can we hold the space from a place of trust so that even if there's a gap between who the person is and who they claim it to be, maybe our presence, our trust, our love can help them to heal. And of course, I'm not talking about diluting ourselves. Like if there is really no improvement and the person is really totally proving out to be not aligned with our intentions at all, then at one point you might have to make a sacrifice between your power to hold the space versus the time it takes the other person to change. So of course, it's a very personal decision and it's a very circumstantial decision that you should only know how long is the right time to decide. But if you have power to do so, I think it's a more loving practice to really hold the trust instead of really just waiting for the other person to build the trust. Can we do that? I think we can. Let's give it a try. Thank you all. Bye.